Hello folks. A lot of you have been asking about what sort of paint defects my car actually has. Well, as you can expect, from a car that is 22 years old, wow, almost, well, do your maths, Andrew. 20. It's 20 years old, going on 21 very soon. There are many areas which need attending to. Obviously, I'm going to show you because it's in the sun. We've got bad lacquer peel here. I'm afraid that was down to me getting a pressure washer too close, but I think it was already starting to go. That needs looking at. There's some scratches here. I don't know how well the camera is picking that up. Reflections. I have washed this car this morning, just in preparation. I know it's going to get messy at the body shop, but I thought I'd wash it, more so because of the actual paint. Now, I don't think the camera can pick this up again, but the difference between the bonnet and the wing, and actually this side of the car, they're two different colours, which might be difficult to pick up. Secondly, just show you here, there was some defects on the beeper, but just normal scratches. There is this as well, where something just, I think it was a tile that fell off the roof. As it happens when you live next to a tall building, you just get something denting it in. That can be done with the roof. The roof is actually, I'd say, consistently the best panel on the car. Panther Black does tend to show up every scratch like a dark colour always does. This, oh, hold on, can't even see. No, the reflections are too much. I'll come round here. Right, where my finger is here, there is some sort of imperfection in the paint. There's another one there that you can see that. There's quite a few like that dotted around the car where it was definitely, there's something not quite right with the factory paint, but most of it is the factory paint. There was something going on that's been done by somebody before me. It's been patched up there, but it's all going to be sanded down. But actually, considering that I've waxed it quite a few times over many years, it's actually not looking too bad. As I say, this dent is coming out, this wing's been replaced, as I've said before. Come around the back here, I've seen almost every Ford Focus with a big dent here. It's the perfect height for hitting posts, parking posts, shopping trolleys and all that. This is always dented in, so this is going to be, mine's not as bad, but it's just going to be filled in and sanded back very nicely. Obviously we've got the boot issue in my car, which is going to be rectified. The bottom of the boot can chafe on the bumper, but that's because my car has been in a rear end accident many years ago, and as you can see, I'll show you the shut on this side. That's how it should look. That's exactly how it should look at the bottom and going all the way down. Okay, this side, however, is not quite right. It's almost like it's been pushed in. The welding that was done on the rear, it's got a new reinforcing panel. That's absolutely brand spanking new by the look of it. It looks absolutely fantastic underneath, and the welding was done to a high standard, but unfortunately you can't quite eliminate body movement. So the body shop are going to look to see if they can adjust this, and you can see here that's quite a big gap. That is quite a big gap, so they're going to probably move it up on this side a bit more, and see if they can actually lift it, because I don't know if you can actually see. Right, so you got your gap there, and you're going along, it gets thin, and this is where it's starting to go, and then this side's okay. This is the acceptable gap, and then you've got that. So you can see my issues there, but they're going to look to sort that out that's another issue. It's only this bit that's going to be painted, which is why I'm going to take the handle off. That'll be in another video coming up. I've got to do that in the next few days. But yeah, it'll be this lower half side of the car. The roof, apart from this bit here, you know, it's absolutely fine. There we go. I can show it better now. Now you can see the little indentation there. On the top of the tailgate is this sparkly effect. I don't know how this happens, but I've seen it happen to a lot of body panels and wings that have been left outside unprotected for quite a while. Now this tailgate, I will tell you, is the third tailgate the car's had. The one I bought the car with was the second tailgate, because obviously it had the rear accident, it had another bumper, so this is the second bumper. The tailgate that was on there, the handle had broken, and I didn't really know much about these cars at the time, but I actually replaced the entire tailgate because the handle had broken. I thought the handle was literally like pop riveted on. There was no bolts, I couldn't see anything, but then I didn't do enough digging, did I? But what I will say is the heated element on this car is far better, on this tailgate is far better than the second one. On the second one, but only a few of these worked. This one is amazing. All the lines work. I'm not joking. It is a really good tailgate. All the lines work. So I'm really pleased about that. And I thought I'd add this. Obviously, this isn't original because I don't have the original tailgate, but this is the correct sticker I found online for my car. It was registered at on Stratford Road, Shirley dealership, Bristol Street Motors. It spent most of its life in the Midlands. I think it spent, I suspect, the first 3 years with its first owner. It may have been a mobility car, but I'm not sure. And then it spent a bit of time up Stourbridge way, Tamworth, a little bit up that way, always on sort of the west side of the Midlands. And then it spent the last 9 years in Birmingham, where I am. Hey, don't try and find me though. I might have given away clues to where I live, but it's not as if I'm wanting attention. Now this side of the car, I'm just hoping you can see that properly. You can see that this panel is very faded. I think when it had the accident, this side was sprayed over. The driver's door is absolutely fine, but I think this quarter panel was sprayed, and there is evidence that the rear of this sill has been done. Certainly the arch lip has been done. It's nowhere near as bad as the side that's going to get done in a few days, but it is faded, and this will be done as another job in the future, but it's nowhere near as bad. There's not many dents. There is, where my hand is, I don't know if you can see, I'm sorry, it's really bright out here, there is some fading going on, very, very obvious fading. So as I say, that will be looked at long term, because it's actually becoming more obvious now. Every time I wash it, just more paint comes away, but that's going to get done. There is only at the bottom, I'm afraid I have to put my hand up to this. That was me trying to come into this driveway and catching a rock. I think it was a rock over there, just where you come in. That was me being really impatient. There's a couple of scratches. There's a main one on the door there. There's the most obvious one. It's the thing when you own a car for so long, you think, did I do that? Well, I certainly did that. But that's a good sill. They can be pulled out. As I say, I think it was done up to about here, because that's where the under seal stops underneath. As I say, this will be done, and the side strips will be done, and like this, it just doesn't sit flush at all. And the lacquer has actually gone. See, you can see the lacquer's gone behind the actual badge. That's a good badge. I might actually swap that and put that on that side for now, or maybe not actually, because maybe I shouldn't actually. It's a nice one, that. But yeah, I mean, there's some scratches here and there. There's a scratch there. I think someone trying to get that off scratched it. There is a little bit of rust underneath the door mirror. that is a common place for them to actually rust. But apart from that, this side of the car is absolutely fine. You can see, can't you, that the fade is quite bad. Let's see if I can get that. No, not at all. But it doesn't look great. But it looks okay considering there's no dents, there's no major scratches. So I think that's what's stayed the execution on this side. The sun's gone in a bit now. It has been washed. I haven't polished it, strangely. Again, there's imperfections like this. I don't know if any of you guys, I mean, some of you probably own Mark 1s as well, but I wonder if Mark 1s suffer from this kind of... There you go. You can pick that up really easy. So you've got that one, you've got that one. There's a few. I'm not sure how that was done. That may have been done by myself. But again, you know, when you polish and wash the car so much, it does happen. And the only thing wrong with this bumper at the front is there's a bit of paint chipping away around the sides, but that's not too much of a problem. This was done by somebody at a shopping centre. A bit of that comes off, but that's typical. But yeah, that was me just patching that up for now. The headlights always sit a little bit high above the bumper, trying to get the bumper to sit a little bit higher. It's because the clip's not sitting in brilliantly. It's kind of why it's not sitting level, but the headlights always, as long as the headlights are always quite level, but you see the clip's not sitting in properly, because when I did the front wing video last week, it just isn't quite sitting flush, but that's because I think I didn't do this clip up now. But if I just lift it, yeah, it's kind of like that. But that is in terms of the paint defects on this car. It does come up nicely with a polish, and Panther Black looks exceptionally nice with a polish. It always will do. That's the nature of the car. So I thought I'd show you that, guys, to the extent of the issues cosmetically. A lot has been done underneath, a lot of work, too much work to be honest. But I wanted to get the groundwork sorted before the paint is applied. So give you a little bit of perspective there. I'm pretty sure that's nowhere near as bad as other examples. It is at age now where things have either not been done or been left, and they've got to the point where it's just accumulative, as they say. Right, I will see you guys soon for another video. Probably changing this, getting this handle off. That'll be a decent video. See you in a bit.